समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
This is the third day of street protests in New Delhi, in the heart of New Delhi, or what used to be called Lutyens Delhi, right there. It's also the 25th day of Sonam Wangchuk's fast. He is in hospital now at Medanta. He's issued a statement today saying that he's willing to break his fast and go back to his work, but he has conditions, one of which is that nobody, no student should be charged with any criminal offenses for peaceful protests, or what he calls as peaceful protests. Now, I see a lot of the stuff on social media asking, where are you? What are you doing? This is not a story for people of my generation to cover for two reasons. One, you have to be much younger to cover these situations, and second, we have really brilliant young reporters to do this. I will tell you a little story from the Kargil era, 1999, 27 years back, when we had a couple of young reporters covering Kargil. I got a call one early morning, and things were not going well early on in that war. The first 3 to 4 weeks were quite bad. Bodies were coming back every day. Two jets had been shot down. One helicopter had been shot down. There was bad news every day, and that was causing consternation. To Vajpayee government's credit, they did not stop any reporting from the ground. We had reporters, including Gaurav Sawant. One morning, 6:30 or so, I got a call from a friend of mine, who I think many of you also know, very honorable soldier, Major General Ashok Mehta. He retired as a division commander. So he called me in the morning, and he was really angry. And he was angry because the stories that were coming out were showing India not doing very well. And it looked like Indian armed forces were not finding their way around the Kargil problem. And he said to me, "Why are you running these stories?" I said, "But these are stories. These are coming from the ground. These are true stories." So he said, "Why don't you go and cover this? You're sending these inexperienced young people to cover this." I said, "Sir, when you start, why are you sending 25-year, 27-year-old captains and majors to take these peaks? When you start sending brigadiers and major generals, people in my age group, to go and take these peaks to lead these platoon assaults, I shall also start going. The editor shall also start going and covering these things." Of course, that conversation ended like that. He wasn't very happy. I'm never happy when somebody calls me at 6:30 in the morning, but that is the principle that we follow. We build teams and newsrooms, and these young people, our teams, go out, risk their life and limb, and bring us the stories. We have this team at the print that's been covering this situation under the leadership of Ananya Bhardwaj, our deputy editor for internal security. So I now hand over to Ananya, who will explain what her team has been doing, who the team members are, and then each one of the team members will speak of their own experience from the ground. I thought that is the best way to bring you the situation from the ground with zero clutter.
Thank you so much, Shekhar. So before I start, I introduce the team. They have been, in fact, on the ground since day one. We've been covering the protest after Sonam Wangchuk also announced the fast. And but before that, I'll just give you a brief on how did the protest take this
Turn.
turn. So it was actually on Saturday morning when Sonam Wangchuk was taken away by the Delhi police at around 7 in the morning. I was there on Friday myself. I had gone to speak to the protesters on the ground, and the crowd was not as much as we see now. So there were about 300 odd people who had gathered, and of course, they said that the march on Monday would be a success. But then as I said, there were not many people. So we thought maybe, since Monday is a working day, we were not sure about how it will turn out. But things drastically changed when on Saturday morning, Sonam Wangchuk was taken away by the Delhi police. After that, the crowd started coming in from all places. So we, in fact, Mayank and I were there from my team, and we saw the crowds in thousands. So the entire Jantar Mantar was packed. In fact, all roads reaching Jantar Mantar were packed with people, and all of them were demanding accountability. And second, they were upset about Sonam Wangchuk being taken away. And in fact, that is when Deepke, the founder of Cockroach Janta Party, Abhijit Deepke, he announced that now our demand has shifted from the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan to the resignation of Narendra Modi, and I will be the one who will be sitting on protest. Now, Mayank, in fact, was there. Mayank Kumar from our team was there at that time on that day. If Mayank, you could tell the viewers what was the mood like, what were they saying, how this shift happened.
Thank you, Ananya. And Shekhar, so as he rightly said, so the sentiment was that first thing that the government should have respected, that Sonam Wangchuk made that sacrifice and he made that choice that he wanted to do protests for the students and the future and youth. So that sentiment was everywhere, and it appeared that it had boomeranged on the government. That the government may have thought the protesters were saying in as many words that government may have been thinking that the move to remove Sonam Wangchuk forcefully from the protest side, from the eyes of public, might have ended the protest, or say would have led to protest not attracting as much attention, or people coming to the protest site. But that had completely boomeranged by people, becoming in number of say 1,000, 5,000, 4,000, in range of that.
The thing started becoming serious, or I would say scary, was when people started marching towards the parliament. And that's when the police
That's
started.
the 20th morning.
On the 20th morning, Monday, on the day of the march, people joined in large numbers. And then when they started marching towards the parliament, which was initially not expected, because the barricades were actually on Sansad Marg next to Jantar Mantar.
And barricades have been welded together.
So when they started breaking the barricades and people started coming from all corners, is when things became scary, things became more serious, and there was lathi charge. So Alisha Datta, in fact, was there at that point when there was a lot of stone pelting that happened, lathi charge happened, tear gas shells were lobbed, and you also got stuck in one of those situations.
Thank you, Ananya. On the morning of Sansad Chalo, what was striking is that the police thought that barricading would stop people from moving towards the parliament. But the sheer number of protesters who had come to Delhi from different parts of the country really set a sight that, as a reporter, I cannot forget. People were pouring in from different corners of the city. When the metro gates were blocked, people were walking from Barakhamba Road, from Tolstoy Lane, and they had just taken over all the streets in central Delhi. So if we would say, the streets around Jantar Mantar were crowded, the street right behind Delhi police headquarters was crowded. The state offices, there were protesters sitting on the floors of the offices. It was like the more the police was trying to contain the protesters, they were spilling everywhere. But as and when, the day moved on and we were going to different parts of central Delhi to understand what was happening, there was complete internet shutdown. So the only way to communicate with anyone, even with Ananya, was over just a normal text. And we got to know that there was tear gas that was fired in front of the parliament. So as we tried to move from Jantar Mantar to there, while we were crossing through Patel Chowk, we just were speaking to two people who had come from Madhya Pradesh to show their support for what Sonam Wangchuk was doing for the cause. And that is when the police started firing tear gas, and we were impacted in that moment, and we did not see that coming at all. So what happened is there were a couple of barricades on that road, so the police stopped any protester from moving ahead. They also started lathi charging while tear gas shells were being bombarded on the protesters. So young students, they had nowhere to go, including like reporters like us. There was no exit. We kept asking the officers there that, you know, how do we exit this lane? There was no communication. They just mercilessly and very, very relentlessly went after the protesters. These were extremely young students, 20, 21, and we've also been students like that. So when they came up to us, showing us how badly they were injured, even for a moment, they were not allowed to stand. The police was relentless in those moments. And that has, like, it still gives me goosebumps thinking about those moments. In one instance, me and my colleague Sakiba, while we were reporting on the assignment, we got stuck in front of Shangri-La Hotel. We tried to ask for help from the hotel owners, like if we could, you know, just get a moment of relief. We were both of us had to endure the tear gas thrice, and the police was very close to even lathi charging us when we just showed our press card. So those are moments that will stay. Towards the end of the evening, when the police was almost successful in clearing off the streets from the protesters, they went inside every restaurant in CP, they pulled out protesters and they lathi charged them.
In fact, that was one of the biggest challenges because there was complete internet shutdown. So, which is why we sent reporters one by one, because we also had to get the stories in and visuals in and videos in. So, Mayank and Alicia were there on the ground in the first half. And in fact, the shutdown was earlier only till 12 noon. And then they extended the bans because the protest, they may have thought that it would end by 12 noon, which it did not. In fact, it grew bigger. So, during the night, in fact, when the day ended, we thought it may fizzle out now since so many detentions have happened, so much lathi charge and tear gas shells were lobbed. But again, at night, the protest started at Jantar Mantar. They, in fact, rebuilt. So Samriddhi Tiwari from the team was there at night, and she was reporting, in fact, all night from the ground on how the protesters regrouped. So if you could tell our viewers about that.
Thank you, Ananya. So, Shekhar, I think we were all checking news, what was going on. There were protesters like across the city. People were injured, and a lot of people actually planned on going back home. They were at metro stations and everything. So, we assumed that maybe now this entire site has been cleared, Jantar Mantar protest site has been cleared by the police. So, we decided, let's pay a visit there, let's go there. So, at 7:30 p.m., I reached the protest site and I saw a lot of protesters, like around 1,000 people, just standing outside the vicinity of the Jantar Mantar protest site. So, police had barricaded the entire place where people are allowed to protest. And the Cockroach Janata Party members were allowed to sit on hunger strike in front of the Kerala Bhavan. But nobody was allowed to visit. So these people continued to, they continued their sloganeering. They continued to ask the police, the RAF that was deployed, to let them enter. After 2 hours of negotiation, finally they were allowed to enter. So I just, at 7:30 when I reached there, I just sat on a small, like, there was a pavement, and I just observed, like, what is going on. These people were injured brutally. They were beaten up, and there's so much chaos going on. How are they back? Just trying to understand the psyche. So I spoke to this person. He was a poet, and he was also there. I asked him, were you there at the protest site today? He said, yes, I was beaten up. He showed me his injuries. He showed me the injuries on his body. And I asked him, why are you back? Like, after so much that has happened. I'm sure it's a long day. So in Hindi, he said, like, in a very poetic way, itna mat darao ki dar khatam ho jaye. And then he, like, pointed towards the crowd, and he told me that this crowd is only going to swell. So I was like, okay, I dropped Ananya an SMS text that, Ananya, there's a lot happening right now. She told me to stay put and just keep her updated. And there were no reporters at that time. There were no camera persons. So it was just me and a lot of protesters and maybe a few newspaper reporters. And as the night continued to grow, there were like more than 1,000, 2,000 people, and it was raining. Their tents were broken completely. When they entered the vicinity, I saw them, look for their belongings in those scattered, like wherever the tents were broken, and they were looking for their mattresses, pillows. There was nothing basically at that point. And all these protesters just started to gather, and the stage where the CJP people actually like continued the hunger strike on was also broken. It was torn. The white tent that was there, it was also torn. So they all gathered there, started to rebuild. They took the entire night. Despite rain, protesters kept coming in. I saw families, I saw small kids, there were children, everybody came. some people who could not attend the protest during the day because they were it was a Monday and people were scared of lathi charge and everything. They came at night and they continued to stay.
In fact, a lot of people, in fact, you told me, Samriddhi, that who could not join in the morning when they saw how the police had reacted to this entire protest, how they tried to allegedly suppress it. More and more people joined in. In fact, Suraj was there. Suraj, you have been there from day one, bringing us pictures from the ground. You were there on Saturday before that as well, and you have covered all days. I mean, these 3 days of street action of what has happened. In fact, even now you were rushing for one incident because there was lathi charge happening.
And I think he stayed the full night there.
Yes, he stayed the full night there on Saturday. So if you could tell our viewers.
जितना भी पब्लिक क्राउड था गैदर हो रहा था कि हमें आगे बताओ क्या करना है, एंड जो दिक्के था वो सबको बता रहा था कि आपको आगे नहीं जाना है, कुछ भी नहीं करना है, बट जो और भी क्राउड था जिनको मतलब वो इतना बड़ा क्राउड था कि वो सबको हैंडल नहीं कर सकता था, तो वो सारा क्राउड जो था पीछे से आगे बैरिकेड को पुश करने के लिए आ रहे थे, एंड वो सबको समझा रहे थे कि आपको बैरिकेड को तोड़ना नहीं है जब तक मैं आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन ना दूं।
दीपक कह रहे थे कि बैरिकेड को नहीं तोड़ना है।
हाँ, अभी आपको नहीं तोड़ना है जब तक मैं आपको आगे का इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं दूं, आपको किसी को आगे नहीं जाना है, पुश नहीं करना है बैरिकेड। तो वहीं पे हम सारे वेट कर रहे थे, एंड सडनली द क्राउड स्टार्ट कि आगे चलो तोड़ो, क्योंकि पीएम का स्पीच भी स्टार्ट हो गया था पार्लियामेंट में, एंड वहीं आरटीएल हुआ एंड सारे बैरिकेड तोड़ना स्टार्ट कर दिए, एंड मोस्टली कि वहाँ पे बहुत सारी कार्स थी जो उन्होंने तोड़ी हैं, एंड जो कि मैंने देखा कि बहुत सारे जो क्राउड था जो कि स्टूडेंट्स लग भी रहे थे, एंड जो स्टूडेंट्स थे जो आ रहे थे आगे, एंड दे आर सेइंग कि ये गाड़ी नहीं तोड़नी चाहिए थी, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, ये क्यों कर दिया है। तो ये थोड़ा वैसा था कि मतलब आगे
पर एक गाड़ी स्टूडेंट्स तो नहीं तोड़ रहे थे ना,
बट वो जो क्राउड में जो घुल मिल गए थे तो उसमें कोई आप बोल नहीं सकते कि वो स्टूडेंट है या नहीं है, उनके फेसेस से लगता नहीं है।
Monday was also critical because it was the first day of the parliament session, monsoon session. In fact, our photo editor Praveen Jain was there at the parliament to cover the first day of the monsoon session when you saw a wave of crowd coming towards the parliament. In fact, आपने बहुत सारे messages भी डाले ग्रुप पे कि मैं देख रहा हूँ इतने सारे लोग जो हैं इस तरफ आ रहे हैं।
मुझे भी मैसेज आए थे
जी।
प्रवीण के।
मैं बताता हूँ, almost 45 years of my photojournalism I never saw like this. जो क्राउड था बिल्कुल डिसऑर्गेनाइज था। क्या था
और
कि
आपने तो दिल्ली में देखा होगा ये जो वीपी सिंह के टाइम में मंडल प्रोटेस्ट ऑल्सो।
नहीं, मंडल मैंने कवर किया है, मंडल के अंदर, बट उसके अंदर इतना जो क्राउड, पार्लियामेंट सेशन वाज ऑन, आई एम टेलिंग यू 20th को मैं आई वाज इनसाइड द पार्लियामेंट हाउस, मोदी जी आए 10:20 पे, 10 मिनट में स्पीच ख़त्म की, उसके बाद मैं प्रेस क्लब, गाड़ी मेरी पार्क थी, मैं प्रेस क्लब आया तो सडनली मैंने देखा क्राउड इधर उधर से चारों तरफ से जंतर मंतर जा रहा है, तो मेरे को थोड़ा लगा, मैं आई वाज कमिंग टू ऑफिस एक्चुअली, तो मैंने कहा रुक जाता हूँ कि क्राउड से, फिर मैंने पूछा कि कहाँ जा रहे हैं, जंतर मंतर। दैट वाज ऑन मंडे। तो मंडे मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं था कि मंडे इतना सारा क्राउड, संडे और सैटरडे तो मैं सोच सकता हूँ कि मंडे इतना सारा क्राउड जंतर मंतर, वाई दे आर गोइंग टूवर्ड जंतर मंतर। तो मैं काफ़ी देर वेट किया और देखा तो क्राउड बढ़ता जा रहा था, मेट्रो से आ रहे थे, कोई लोग पैदल आ रहे थे चारों तरफ से, तो मेरे को लगा कुछ गड़बड़ होने वाला है। तो आई स्टेड देयर इन द कार एंड आई वाज वेटिंग कि समथिंग इज़ गोइंग टू हैपन। तो सडनली देखता हूँ मैं क्राउड सामने से आ रहा है टूवर्ड मेरिडियन होटल और जंतर मंतर साइड, और बैरिकेड वगैरह लगे हैं, पुलिस पैनिक हुई थी और क्राउड ने वो बैरिकेड तोड़ने शुरू कर दिए। स्टूडेंट वाज देयर बट ऑन द सेकंड रो,
लेकिन स्टूडेंट्स कोई तोड़फोड़ नहीं कर रहे थे,
क्योंकि स्टूडेंट कभी, मेरे हिसाब से मैंने काफ़ी एजिटेशन कवर किए हैं, स्टूडेंट थोड़ा सा डरता है एकदम से, क्योंकि वो नहीं चाहता कि पुलिस अरेस्ट करे और एफआईआर उसके खिलाफ फायर हो। 3 बैरिकेड थे ना लगातार, क्योंकि एक बैरिकेड तो बिल्कुल हल्का होगा, सेकंड बैरिकेड, थर्ड बैरिकेड, और सडनली मैंने देखा भीम पार्टी के जो वर्कर थे व्यायाम से, चंद्रशेखर आज़ाद के, तो वो फ्लैग भी था उनके पास, आई कैन मेक आउट, तो वो देवर इन द फ्रंट, जो काफ़ी जो मसल्स वगैरह के साथ, और वो तोड़ रहे थे, मतलब वो चढ़ रहे थे। यू कैन सी इन माई पिक्चर ऑल्सो, स्टूडेंट वॉज देयर बट देवर इन द सेकेंड रो, तो वो तोड़ रहे थे। और एकदम से मैंने सोचा कि पार्लियामेंट नज़दीक है, आई नेवर सॉ सिचुएशन, पार्लियामेंट रनिंग था, और उन्होंने सडनली बैरिकेड वगैरह तोड़ने शुरू कर दिए और फिर उसके बाद स्टूडेंट भी उनके दे आर फॉलोइंग ऑल द दिस थिंग, तो फॉलो करते रहे. सिचुएशन वाज वेरी मतलब नॉट अंडर कंट्रोल, और आई रियलाइज आई कीप गिविंग मैसेज कि सिचुएशन एकदम से अंडर कंट्रोल नहीं है, और टुवर्ड्स पार्लियामेंट की तरफ वो निकल पड़े. रायसीना रोड गोल चक्कर के सामने सडनली आई सो थाउजेंड ऑफ स्टूडेंट एंड दिस पार्टी वर्कर्स, दे वर इन द फ्रंट, और पार्लियामेंट गेट के बिल्कुल आगे निकल गए थे. एसपीजी वगैरह जितने भी थे सब अलर्ट हो गए. आरएफ वाज देयर और दे वर अलर्ट, और सिचुएशन बिल्कुल कंट्रोल में बिल्कुल नहीं थी. पुलिस के बिल्कुल आउट ऑफ हैंड थी. तो आई रियलाइज़ कि है ना, मेरे को लग रहा था किसी मोमेंट के ऊपर फायरिंग हो सकती है, क्योंकि अब डिस्टेंस ही नहीं बचा था पार्लियामेंट गेट और उनके बीच में, हार्डली एनी डिस्टेंस. और फिर से मैंने मैसेज दिए. चलो उसके बाद टीयर गैस उन्होंने फेंकनी शुरू करी. टीयर गैस, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट तो बिल्कुल यूज टू नहीं थे और काफ़ी लोग यूज टू भी नहीं थे, हम तो यूज टू थे. तो उन्होंने टीयर गैस दी, उसको भीड़ को फिर खदेड़ना शुरू कर दिया उन्होंने. वो भागे, इधर उधर भागे. फिर सेकंड बैच आ गया. सेकंड के अंदर फिर क्राउड ने सेम फॉलो किया और बैरिकेड फिर से तोड़ने शुरू किए. पुलिस ने उठा करके वापस रख दिए, और फिर वही बैच जो था सेकंड वाला, वो फिर से पार्लियामेंट के चारों तरफ चला गया. सिचुएशन बिल्कुल कंट्रोल से बिल्कुल बाहर चले गई. फिर पुलिस ने टीयर गैस छोड़ा, लाठी चार्ज किया, और उसके बाद सिचुएशन बिल्कुल कंट्रोल से बाहर हो गए.
In fact, that is what was happening all day. People were returning, regrouping and returning in batches. So the police would lathi charge, disperse the crowd, and then another group would re-emerge, regroup, and just come again. So that is what was happening. In fact, Isha Mishra was there also on the ground on that day. You have been tracking the CJP, and now what happened with the Congress? If you could tell our viewers a little more about the politics of it and what happened on the ground on that.
Thank you, Ananya. Shikhar, the first day, the Monday, when it started, I think it's fair to say that this is anger, this protest is a tipping point. This is anger against the Modi government that united so many people from different social statuses that have come together in the national capital. Not just students, we've seen parents, elderly people who've come in. I spoke to a lot of them. They said that just because we could afford to send our children abroad does not mean that बाकी सब भी ऐसा afford कर सकते हैं. इतना मोदी सरकार हमारी बात, स्टूडेंट्स की बात, छात्रों की बात क्यों नहीं सुन रही है? Not just about NEET, there's just anger about multiple other policies of the government as well, which united them to such an extent. And as our colleagues were also pointing out, Central Delhi was flooded in a way that I personally have not seen before. All roads were completely flooded. Several protesters and several authentic and angry protesters there raising questions on हमारी बात की कोई value नहीं है. We pay tax, we vote for you. In fact, I encountered a blind man who was a student of MA Sahitya in Jaipur. He told me that वोट मांगने के वक्त जब आते हैं तो हमसे इतने प्यार से बात करते हैं, हमें सारी वादे करके जाते हैं, लेकिन अब जब हम एक्चुअली इनसे कुछ मांग रहे हैं, हमारे लिए काम करते हैं ना ये. दे आर पब्लिक सर्वेंट्स. इन लोगों ने इस बात को पूरा उल्टा कर दिया है. ऐसा बिहेव करते हैं कि ये हमारे लिए कुछ बेसिक कर रहे हैं तो हमें उनको धन्यवाद देना पड़ेगा. सो ये इसके लिए बहुत एंगर था. पॉलिटिकली अगर देखें शेखर, कुछ हफ्ते पहले हमें लग रहा था कि ये प्रोटेस्ट डाई डाउन कर रहा है, सिमर डाउन कर गया. ना तो लोग थे. मैंने पर्सनली 3 हफ्ते पहले जाके रिपोर्ट किया. वहाँ देखा कि बहुत ही कम लोगों, दोपहर में तो बैरली लोग थे. एक बाबा जी बैठे थे, ज्ञान दे रहे थे. बहुत ही कम लोग थे. दीपके से जब हमने बात की, वो कह रहे नहीं लोग आएंगे. पर उस वक्त हमें नहीं पता था कि जनता का आक्रोश इस लेवल तक पहुंचेगा कि there will be so many people who will gather not just at Jantar Mantar but other places as well. If we speak of Deepke, he, in fact, off camera, I interviewed him as well, and off camera I had a very interesting conversation with him. There were several supporters gathering to click pictures with him. So I asked him that यही celebrity status के तो आप खिलाफ है ना? Why are you entertaining this? Why are you signing autographs? Why would you personally become the star of the show? When you have been saying that no, we want to change the system, then start changing the system. Start being the change by not putting yourself in the center of it. But as of now, the protest has completely outgrown the CJP. Protesters, students, young people, old people are all here. They're angry. इस वक्त Deepke has not been able to be a leader. Today, Rahul Gandhi was expected to be at Jantar Mantar. We were all in anticipation. 4 बजे उनकी एक press conference भी थी. He didn't reach Jantar Mantar. Neither did he answer a question about it. So, the crowd is largely, they don't have guidance. But what is authentic is anger, and they want answers from the government.
In fact, that is the reason why many people were complaining that we are not being told or guided on to what to do next. So there are a lot of people on the streets, but they don't know what is coming next. And Sakiba Khan, you were there as our main video person who brought the entire footage that we ran in our videos at the print. So you tell us, you were there on Saturday, you were there on Sunday, the most action happened on Monday, and in fact, you got stuck as well outside Shangri-La Hotel.
Thank you, Ananya. So, as a visual journalist, this was my first coverage in terms of like the massive coverage for the protest. So, I think it was really overwhelming for me, first of all. And then, like, as Alicia already pointed out, like, we were at the Patel Chowk and the police started lathi charging, and then there was tear gas. We were stuck at Shangri-La. We tried to, get inside, but we couldn't. Of course, there were reasons for that. But there were students who were being lathi charged, and as a visual journalist, I felt that I cannot lose my calm there. And I was really overwhelmed. Alicia, my colleague, helped me there, like, no, you have to capture and you have to be there. So I gathered myself because this was the visual record that would be historic at some point in the future.
Thank you, Ananya. Your team has done a sterling job. Now, for how many of you it was your first taste of tear gas? Have you tasted tear gas before?
I used to work in I used to work in television, so it's happened.
So when did you last face tear
I
gas?
think this was last year last year when Aam Aadmi Party was still, the BJP was protesting and the Aam Aadmi Party was in power. Okay. So they had tear gas. It was Virendra Sachdeva was leading the protest. I think I was also very new. I had just started off, so I was very shocked.
So you got your baptism early.
Yeah.
Mayank?
In UP, sir.
UP.
In UP once, there was some protest after 2 gangster-turned politicians were killed. So there was some protest in Prayagraj at that time. So then police had used tear gas.
Praveen, you are a veteran at it. You faced it many times.
मेरे को तो ये भी याद नहीं कि कितनी बार मैंने प्रोटेस्ट कवर किए होंगे. तो ऐसे प्रोटेस्ट तो मैंने इवन कश्मीर में अन्य विद मी, वहाँ पर भी हमने काफ़ी प्रोटेस्ट कवर किए. और टीयर गैस का तो इसको भी एक्सपीरियंस हुआ है कि टीयर गैस और लाठी चार्ज का. तो मंडल कमीशन भी कवर किया था, उसके अंदर भी काफ़ी टीयर गैस का. तो जब तक हम समझते थे टीयर गैस या वाटर कैनन ना चले तब तक असाइनमेंट हमारी कंप्लीट ही नहीं होती थी. आपको तो एक्सपीरियंस यही है टीयर गैस का. तो काफ़ी हमने कवर किए हैं.
मंडल कमीशन में सेल्फ इमुलेशन भी था.
हाँ, वो राजीव गोस्वामी का हुआ था दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के पास. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे.
Sakiba, if I can ask you one takeaway from this entire protest, I mean, it's still going on, but one takeaway till now, what happened on Monday, your first experience of tear gas, what is your one takeaway from this protest?
I think in terms of protesters, if I was talking about them, I would say there was less direction. So maybe the people could have had more direction and how to go about the protest that would have been there. And as a journalist, I would say if you're on the ground, you need to be really strong, and whatever you're recording, you have to do it anyhow possible, because that is something, the record that is going to go down in history. So I think as a visual journalist, I just felt that. So that would be my takeaway.
Trust me, the next protest you cover, it'll be much easier. Isha?
So a takeaway would be that you cannot underestimate anybody. there was the Gen Z was called cockroach and parasite, and they started a revolution. We can call it a revolution. It was a joke, and it just gained so many followers. So whenever people think that they can be overconfident about power, they can be overconfident about what they believe, and they don't think, and they think that jo wo sochte hain waisa hi hoga, the moment that is the time that it can change. So this was an absolutely unprecedented rise. किसी ने नहीं सोचा था कि there will be so much, इतना mobilize हो जाएगा power. So for me, a key learning would be that the way I approach political reporting would be expect the absolutely unexpected. कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है, and keep an open mind, because when I actually wrote the article under the guidance of my editor DK Singh, I was pretty much convinced that the protest is over, that अब ये थोड़े दिन की बात है and they will be vacating in some time. I did not see this coming. So that would be a key takeaway for me, that expect anything to happen at any time.
प्रवीण सर, आप बताइए, आपने इतने सारे प्रोटेस्ट कवर किए
You're
हैं.
only allowed to call Praveen sir.
Yeah.
That's
प्रवीण सर, आप बताइए, आपने इतने सारे प्रोटेस्ट किए हैं कवर, हमने कश्मीर कवर किया है, मणिपुर कवर किया है. इस प्रोटेस्ट से आपका क्या टेक अवे है? ये कैसे अलग था?
ये मेरे को लगा कि है ना, देखो ऑर्गेनाइज तो था नहीं है बिल्कुल भी। जो जंतर मंतर तो अभी हुआ है, पहले तो हमारा बोट क्लब ही होता था कि जितने भी प्रोटेस्ट होते थे बोट क्लब होते थे। शायद लोगों को तो अभी भी मालूम भी नहीं, हम बोट क्लब पे प्रोटेस्ट होने शुरू तो बाद में शुरू हुए हैं, तो वो दिन बहुत अलग थे। तो यहाँ इस प्रोटेस्ट की बात करता हूँ कि वहाँ पर पुलिस को इतनी पैनिक थी क्योंकि पार्लियामेंट चल रहा था, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर सारे अपोजिशन टॉप लीडर अंदर थे और पुलिस इसी वजह से पैनिक थी कि कहीं प्रोटेस्टर, उनको इंटेलिजेंस को भी उम्मीद नहीं होगी, पुलिस को भी उम्मीद नहीं होगी कि प्रोटेस्टर जो हैं इतनी नज़दीक बिल्कुल पार्लियामेंट के गेट तक पहुंच जाएंगे। तो वाटर कैनन और जो टीयर गैस जो चली है तो उसका एक नतीजा था, क्योंकि मैंने इतने नज़दीक पार्लियामेंट जब सेशन ऑन था मैंने नहीं देखा। अन्ना हजारे के टाइम पे प्रोटेस्टर पहुंच गए थे पार्लियामेंट के नज़दीक टुवर्ड्स बोट क्लब की साइड और नज़दीक, क्योंकि पार्लियामेंट सेशन वाज नॉट ऑन। इसमें सबसे बड़ी बात थी कि पार्लियामेंट सेशन ऑन था और पुलिस को पैनिक सबसे ज़्यादा था क्योंकि आंसरेबल पुलिस फोर्सेस थे।
सूरज बिष्ट।
सो मेरे लिए तो सबसे बेस्ट चीज़ ये था एक्सपीरियंस कि आपको यूनाइट होना पड़ेगा, कि लाइक जैसे प्रोटेस्टर अपने आप यूनाइट हुए थे कि सब कुछ करने के लिए, वैसे ही हम जैसे फ़ोटो खींचने जा रहे थे, पिक्चर्स लेने जा रहे थे, तो हम पिक्चर्स लेते लेते विजुअल्स के लिए हम इतना अंदर घुस गए कि हमारे ऊपर भी लाठी चार्ज होने से बचा हम। तो हम सारे फोटोग्राफर्स जो वीडियोग्राफर्स थे एक साथ थे, तो हम एक दूसरे को क्या था कि लाठी चार्ज होने से बचा भी ले रहे थे। तो ये मेरे लिए बेस्ट था कि आपको थोड़ा यूनाइट होना पड़ेगा और स्टैंड लेना पड़ेगा एक दूसरे के लिए कि आप उसको भी सेव कर सको और अपने आप को भी सेव रख सको।
और इंटरनेट भी एकदम बंद हो चुका था, सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम था फाइल करना, टाइम पे फाइल करना। तो वो लकीली प्रेस क्लब का इंटरनेट चालू था तो वो काफ़ी हेल्पफुल था और मैं सबको मैसेज दे रहा था, सूरज को इधर आओ इधर।
That is how we worked, sir, because Mayank, Alisha, Samriddhi, all of them were just sending me texts on text messages. So because the internet was not on, and I was anchoring all the copies from here on that day, and then I went, and then Samriddhi went. So which is why we went in batches, because internet becomes a major issue. We have experienced that in Kashmir.
yes, experience in Kashmir also इंटरनेट। और शेखर ने तो एक बात हमको सिखाई है कि कितनी भी अच्छी स्टोरी या पिक्चर खींच लो, अगर टाइम पे ना पहुंचे अगर तो फिर सब बेकार है। कितनी भी अच्छी स्टोरी और पिक्चर लेके बैठे रहो।
The most perishable commodity is news, is the story, because if you don't get it out, one, the deadline will pass, or the competition will get it. So either way, it's key. The key thing is to get it through to your newsroom.
Right. Samriddhi.
So I had two key takeaways. The first one was that people are angry, and the anger was beyond need. They had 50,000 other concerns that they were facing in the country, and the second key takeaway was visual proof, because our photographer Suraj had captured most of these incidents where police had lathi charged, and every time the Delhi police had tweeted that no, this is false, we had not lathi charge or we had not thrown tear gas. So there were people sharing photographs of Suraj, of other photographers also across news organizations. I think visual proof, visual evidence is key. So as a journalist, next time actually, if I am covering something, the first thing I'll open is my camera. Before I'm writing my observations, I think I'll make sure that, okay, I need to capture this, whatever is happening.
Alicia?
My key takeaway was not only from the day when the Sansad Chalo march happened, but the subsequent days. I saw how a charismatic leader like Narendra Modi, who has, all elections that have been fought in the other states have also rallied on his face. The protesters' anger turned from the NEET issue from the education minister, and it was directed directly to the prime minister. So it's like how if you can win elections through just one face, then the anger also get directed to one face. That is what I saw. That's what I figured with the sloganeering. That was pretty much what.
Yeah. So one key takeaway that I had is political decision making is the thing that runs the country. That was re-emphasized to me that day, because for all the professional steps and the measures that police always emphasize on, in fact, even after this protest, they tried to dispute, as Samriddhi was saying, that we did not take any harsh steps or forceful measures against the protesters, but we dealt with them in a professional way. For all the professional ways that they tried to emphasize, they really looked shell-shocked at the scale of the crowd, and they could not take decisions. So as Praveen sir must have been very disappointed had he been on that stretch. If anyone is aware about, if our viewers are aware about the geography going towards Jantar Mantar from Janpat, so if you take the right turn to Leo Tolstoy Marg and then it turns on the Sansad Marg towards the Parliament Street police station, there were 2 water cannons there of Delhi police, and they did not choose to use them. I'm not saying that it should be used, but at least it shows that police and the personnel who were deployed on the ground, they had a understanding of what a graded response is. So it clearly showed that they were seriously shell-shocked and they lacked leadership on the ground. And it was all because there were no political decision-making. Police were really ill-equipped to deal with such scale of crowd, having such politically charged opinions and demands from the government.
Ananya, your takeaway.
See, one thing is that anger among the students, people, whoever gathered there was palpable on the ground. Anger, I would say, of course, because of the NEET paper leak, it all started from there. But also one more thing, which is that the government is not ready to acknowledge that something wrong happened. So the sheer arrogance, that is what I kept hearing on the ground. What is stopping them from admitting that this happened? And why can't the minister step down? Of course, this is symbolic. It's not that the reforms will start, will happen if he steps down. But at least there'll be a message. At least there'll be some accountability. And this is what I gathered from, I think, all age groups. Even students of class 10 and 12 were talking about it. That why such arrogance? Why are you not talking? Why has the Prime Minister of India not issued a single statement on this leak? Why is nobody talking about the suicides that happened? Why is there so much arrogance? So I think that is what consolidated the crowd. And like what Samriddhi pointed out, this was an out and out digital protest. Everything was being recorded on camera, and which is why now we are seeing stories of pellets being used in the protest.
That story we published.
Yes,
today.
we published. Mayank, in fact, went to the hospital to meet the person who has those injuries. He had about 30 pellet injuries. And I have not seen, I've seen people, the force using pellet guns in Kashmir, but never in Delhi. So I have not seen that. In fact, Delhi police issued a clarification saying that this is wrong and no, we have not used. Delhi police doesn't have pellet guns. It is the RAF, the Rapid Action Force, which is with the CRPF. They are issued the pellet guns. And
that's the force in blue uniform.
Yes, that is the force in blue uniform. And now we are seeing these videos of an RAF personnel actually, putting the gun up and shooting. So we have not been able to verify, but it is a pellet gun. I can tell by watching it that, I mean, by looking at that gun. So why is it that, what are you trying to hide? This is, again, now people, when they are grouping up again, this is what they are saying, that, why are you lying? If you've done it, then admit it, accept it, say sorry. This sentiment that why the government doesn't acknowledge what it does and why the Prime Minister has not said even a word was something that was very visible on the ground.
Well, I think these are very important points, and I learned a lot. Sort of, I lived the experience vicariously through all of you. I will just add one thing there, that education somehow is not taken as seriously as it should be. And this episode tells us, and tells Modi government also, that you may take defense, finance, foreign affairs, etc. very seriously, rural development, but education involves a very large number of Indians, and it's a very tiny minority whose children go to either IB or ICSE streams, or in any case after class 12 have plans to go overseas. For 99% of Indians have to fight their way through these competitive exams, and these cost a lot of money. The coaching classes cost a lot of money. Modi government brought in the NEP, new education policy, but see how many ministers has education ministry had. It was called HRD, it was renamed as education, I think, in 2020. Most of you, if I may ask you honestly, without Googling, will not be able to say, first of all, how many education ministers we have had, and then who were these ministers. So I know, since you will Google anyway, Smriti Irani, Prakash Javadekar, both of them are out of the government now. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, all three of them are out of the government now. In fact, you tell me where they are. They are not in the government, they are not in parliament. Dharmendra Pradhan is the fourth education minister. See, external affairs, you've had two ministers. Home, you've had two ministers. Finance, you've had two ministers. But this ministry, which is so vital, has had four of them, three of whom are no longer part of any government structure. So that tells you also that education needs to be taken a lot more seriously politically, because Home Ministry is not the only political ministry. Education Ministry is also a very political ministry, because a large majority of Indians are still going through the education cycle and competing, and they want their system to be fair to them. That is the grievance that has spilled out on the streets in New Delhi. That's why the work all of you have done, and Ananya, your team has done, is fantastic. Praveen, old comrade, great job done. So thank you very much. I hope you are not put through any more danger going ahead, but nor are other young people, thousands of whom are on the streets now, and I do hope we have a restoration of normalcy soon.